always a tough call because I think it depends how strong the wind is. I personally prefer to be with the wind unless it's like a really strong wind.
Side out.
Great start there from Rachel and Daescu, getting the side out.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of cross-court dinking rallies between the ladies, and then we'll just see like if Daescu or Christian can really get and interfere and eventually take advantage.
Right. And these are two guys that play really big in mixed, right? So as we saw here in the first point, there is space behind them.
Definitely. I think Ed already redirected to go down the line behind Daescu, and I think that will be a key, especially going behind Daescu, and also Rachel needs to go behind Christian to keep him home.
Absolutely. Doing a little bit too much there off the backhand. Rachel doing a good job with getting those balls well below the net.
Point.
That famous sorry, not sorry. Clean winner off the tape.
Definitely not sorry. I don't think why people even apologize at this point. Like, you obviously are taking the point and you won it.
Own it, right?
Definitely.
Yep.
Daescu going for the tweener. That's the only option he really had there. That ball's well behind him. Good job putting pressure there by Christian.
2-0-2. Side out.
I like the move.
I think it was the right shot, right? He pinned him back with the serve, created short return, and I think Daescu just had to go for it and make it.
Point.
Missed return from Rachel.
1-2-1.
Etta serving at 1-2.
Yep. 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 Second serve.
And I think that's a great play because Christian is going to put a lot of pressure in the middle with his forehand. So if Rachel or Daescu can find and go behind him, especially Daescu with his slice cross court, I think that's a great play to eventually push him back and also keep him home.
I think so too. And Etta was fighting for her life at the start of that point there because Christian kept coming over, and I don't think she knew. So she was kind of stepping away. And they almost ran into each other for one of the points. That's a beautiful drop.
Yeah. Side out.
Well done, Daescu. It was a pretty good third.
2-2-1.
Game tied at 2 apiece.
Yep.
Oh.
Point.
It's a partner back.
I mean, Rachel hit a great drop on that back foot from behind the baseline, so that set up the whole point.
3-2-1. Yep. Yep.
Unlucky there from Etta.
So we have two options here, where to return, right? Everybody was like, where you would like to return. So if you return to a girl, you know they're probably going to drive or drop, but then you have a
4-2-1.
guy poaching right in front, and they're both of them are really big in the middle. Or you return to a guy, and you have to fight that big drive.
Technical warning of sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
Don saw it, we saw it.
You know what you did, and I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw you give him the bird. Yeah, I did.
Did Don Stanley just give him the
Yeah.
bird now?
Then Don should get a technical warning for that too, let's be honest here.
Don Stanley for showing what he did.
I mean, we all saw it, so.
Well, Christian hit it behind his paddle. He thought he was being sneaky.
I mean, Christian should just own it.
Well, Daescu did go for the full bag there, Lucy.
Second serve.
Ran into Etta, but put the ball away.
If you run into someone, you better put it away.
5-2-2.
Correct. That's a fact.
Point.
It's a good serve there from Daescu. Both these guys have really big serves.
6-2-2. Side out.
And missed third from Daescu there, but they
That was a great
did
run. Great run for Rachel and
2-6-1.
Daescu.
build a little bit of a lead here. Yep, 2-6. I was surprised that they didn't take a timeout, even at 5-2 or even 6-2, but Christian had a good look there to put that ball away and missed it just at the top of the tape.
I think some teams or players are hesitant to call a timeout, especially at the beginning of the game, because you're trying still kind of find a rhythm,
6-2.
warm up, you know, so that you don't want to just break that momentum.
It's a great job.
Point. Referee timeout.
Do we have a
Don Stanley is coming to give us...
After review, the out call stands. Loss of a challenge, no free challenge remaining. One free challenge remaining. We resume play at 3-6-2.
The out call stands.
Yes, and also another reason you mentioned timeout. I think people like to keep that timeout in the back pocket when the game is a little closer in the end, because especially you keep that second timeout challenge for situations like these.
So that's a decision that's tough to make, right? Because, yes, you assume it's going to get closer, but what if they just get run over in game one?
I know, but I think that's a judgment call, especially when you play.
Absolutely.
Especially when you play against the tough teams. You know, you will hit close to the line, and some calls will be in, some calls will be out. So I think you need to keep that challenge in your back pocket, and then use a timeout when needed, or when you think like, okay, it's going away. Like now is the time.
Agreed. So they're trying to locate the ball. They found it.
Time in, 3-6-2.
Christian serving at 3-6-2.
Point.
Missed there from Daescu, but I like what he was doing.
I think it was the right shot, definitely. Try to go behind Christian, open up the court to attack Etta.
Point.
I think surprisingly, game plan on both sides is very similar, if not the same.
So too. It's basically dink to the girl, find some space behind the guy, and then look to attack the girl again when you get a chance. Or, if open, attack behind the guy. So
5-6-2.
it's just easier said than done always, right?
Point.
That time he did go after Daescu, because Daescu was protecting the middle in case he had gone there. So we have ourselves a tied game, Lucy. Good call on the no timeout for this team here.
6-6-2.
We're down 6-2. And they're now tied at 6-6. I thought he was going to hit it.
Yeah. Good run. 6-6-1.
Wow.
Point.
Big come on there.
That's appropriate come on right there. It was a great point. And I think they need to get a little momentum right now, right? They scored 4 points, their opponent. So I think right now it's time for them to like, okay, let's put one more point, try to build something.
7-6-1.
And this team so far seems to be opting to return mostly to Rachel, even though she's doing a really good job.
Yep. Second serve.
Well played there. Unfortunate that Daescu wasn't able to put away that ball that it was kind of a half Bert.
Kind of. But yeah, I don't think they want to deal with Daescu's drive, so I think they're returning to Rachel because she's more likely to drop, and then they just have to.
Yep. Ref, that serve is so high. He starts at his leg and ends at his shoulder. That's low to high. He starts at his leg and ends at his shoulder. That's low to high.
Little discussion here between Christian and Don Stanley for the second time this match.
Christian likes to be very animated, especially showing where Daescu is serving, but
8-6-2.
Don is really watching it, so I wouldn't question Don Stanley.
You don't want to mess with that, do you?
An appropriate response by Daescu for that.
Timeout receivers, 9-6-2.
So here's our timeout. Lots of back and forth so far in this game. Between Daescu Bar, Rachel Rohrabacher, facing Christian Alshon and Etta Tuionetoa.
You.
It's a great play there by Daescu again, Lucy.
Game point.
I think it's a very smart play, right? Because both guys try to poach that middle shot. So once Daescu has that,
10-6-2.
it's a very smart shot for him to go inside out to Christian's backhand.
Yep. Watch.
That one's not coming back.
Side out.
So 1 game point saved, but 4-point run for Rohrabacher and Bar. Etta going to serve here, trying to get game 1 back.
6-10-1.
Oh, first lob we've seen.
Second serve.
I think it was going in as well. Looked very nice. Right over Etta's left shoulder.
6-10-2.
It's a really great shot by Etta. Great setup by Christian. And both teams really familiar with each other. MLP season has begun. They've played quite a few matches already together, so it feels like they kind of know what to expect from their partner.
7-10-2.
Communication seems clear.
Point.
Hesitant out when she hit it, but it did land.
I would call a timeout here if I were Daescu and Rachel. Maybe they want to do 1 more point, but you don't want to give them a momentum, right?
Definitely not, especially because they're on 2. I would have also called a timeout here. Hey, they know better, Lucy. They know what they're doing.
Game point.
Game point number 2 here. For Rachel and Daescu. See if they return to Rachel again.
I would.
Point.
Really good job there by Rachel. Going behind Christian again, making him reach. Pretty even game 1. Some changes of momentum back and forth, but well played by Rachel and Daescu.
Have that down line shot. If she has it, try to keep Daescu home. Don't give him that forehand big in the middle.
Wow, and a big come on from Rachel after that point. I will say, this is as disciplined as I've seen Daescu playing.
Yes.
And
I think sometimes less is more.
Agreed. And he's such a big presence in mixed, right?
1-0-2.
He's doing a very good job putting pressure on Etta right now, but not quite overdoing it.
Side out.
And that's probably the first transition ball Rachel's missed. I mean, she's been a rock this game, setting him up and making him look really good.
0-1-1.
I mean, he just earned a drive.
Second serve.
That's what you look like playing out there, Lucy.
Well, definitely not. But I think he just read it so well and early, so he just went for it.
Impressive regardless.
Side out.
Nice. He said it's a bag, and then he apologized.
Yes. Well, it hit the net, and then it bounced off of Daescu. And Christian celebrated, and Daescu responded with a great shot. That's
Point.
a little bit high on the dink from Daescu there. Good take from Christian, finding the middle.
2-1-2.
And Daescu is showing that they're staying, actually. They're not going to switch.
Right, so we'll talk about it after this.
Point.
Because Christian's serve is really deep, right? Pinning Rachel super far back when they're stacked. So when Daescu is receiving, Daescu has time to cover, hold, like go cross court to go in a position. But when Rachel is receiving on the backhand side, on the left side, Daescu is showing her stay because they don't have time to go and switch.
Right. Great job there by Daescu. So I totally agree with what you're saying. So they have been switching on Etta's serve. Not saying that Etta's serve is bad, that's not the case at all. But Christian's serve is known to be one of the more powerful serves on the men's side.
Definitely, and they haven't done it on the other side because now Christian has a wind behind him, so the serve is
1-3-1.
more effective.
Absolutely.
Let. A recall.
A very clear let's call by Don Stanley.
Second serve.
Christian hitting a lot of forehands in that middle right now, which is probably something that Rachel and Daescu don't want.
Definitely.
1-3-2.
I would keep that ball behind him for sure. And if you can make that ball bounce, that's even better.
Right. That's, wow, really impressive from Daescu. That ball was low. So they have two options to keep it away from Christian's forehand here, right? They can either drop or drive right to him, so basically aim right at his body or between his legs, or they can drive or drop to Etta. But that means Christian might come over and take a forehand. So you have to consider your options here. Gonna miss Etta. Mixed doubles is a more strategic game than people give it credit for, I think. A lot of viewers just watch the guy taking the majority of the balls and don't quite understand what's happening. So
Point.
pretty good drive there from Christian.
4-2-1.
Wow. He jumped from like almost the middle of the court.
That was very athletic. I don't know how he cleared that.
Very impressive, Daescu.
But definitely he stayed out of the kitchen because Don is watching it like a hawk.
And he would make it known. We would hear it loud and clear if there was a footfall.
I think they can hear it in Florida.
4-2-2. Side out.
It's pretty nice hold by Declan Rachel. They don't want that to get away.
Yeah, definitely not. Being down 4-2 here in game 2, you don't want to allow that lead to become bigger, so they're looking to keep it at least close right now or even go ahead on this side out.
Yeah, bounce.
Really loud no from Rachel.
But sometimes, you know, you're in moments when you're all set, you have that reset. You know, it's so hard to just put that power away.
Right. And sometimes you might think it's going in, right? So you kind of just commit to
2-4-2.
hitting it. Wow.
Not out.
Good defense here, but just too good from Christian there. 0 points in this side out. All right, so another chance to extend the lead here.
Seems like Etta and Christian are in control right now. I think Etta is setting him up so well, and Christian is so big in the middle, so...
Right, we've said Christian's name a lot, but Etta has been a rock.
Oh, definitely. She's there. She's covering. Until she's...
Commentator's curse is real, Lucy. But, I mean, she went in expecting Christian to hit a little bit lower of a third shot, and it ended up high to Deckel's backhand. There's not much she could have done.
She expected Christian to drive at Rachel, and then that's why Etta went. She did the right thing.
Absolutely. Christian kind of faked him out with a big swing there on that dink, and Deckel took a step back.
That was a smart play. That was a smart play, definitely.
Slowed it down with a little bit of topspin and got the miss.
Not out.
I was expecting a big yeah after that one, but just a sorry and move on. All right, so 2-5, but now Christian and Etta are on odd, which means they're probably going to unwind. And typically, it's a little bit easier to catch the players on the move on an unwind. So let's see if they're able to score here. Oh.
Second serve.
Rachel did a great job getting the pop-up and got a little bit too excited.
I think she was saying afterwards, she turned around and she said it was out. So I think she kind of also hesitated, like hit it, like let it go, and then that caused the error.
It's almost better to just commit, whether if you think it's going out or not, if you have a
Easier
good
said than done.
Absolutely. We get to say whatever we want here, Lucy. We're not the ones playing today.
Unfortunately.
Correct. I'd much rather be out there. All right, so another side out with no points. So to your remark here earlier, Christian and Etta seem to be in control of the second game here.
And I think also it starts with the pressure on the serve, right? Previous game, Deckel was serving big on the other side, and now Christian is the one who can really crack the serve. So it sets the tone for the whole point.
Absolutely.
Time in. 4-7-1. 1-0-1. Yep. Come on, come on. Point.
Another mistake there from Christian, making it a 2-point game. Clear frustration there from Christian.
5-7-1. Second serve.
Rachel was on that.
she was on it. She was just like a step late, but she read it so well.
5-7-2. Side out.
Oh, really good, quick adjustment there from Etta. Be able to put that ball down. But a
I think she get kind of lucky with that left court because that drive was nasty.
Yeah, it was very low, pretty strong. So, 3-point run for Rachel.
7-5-1.
Christian and Etta get the ball back.
No. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a good
Second
call by
serve.
Daescu. His partner listened.
Go, Ray.
7-5-2.
Daescu did call a switch that time on Etta's serve.
Side out.
Great return. That's not the side out that Christian and Etta wanted.
They've been stuck on that 7 point for a long
5-7-1.
time, so it feels like right now momentum is shifting towards Daescu and Rachel, even though they're behind.
Agreed.
You.
Wow.
Second serve.
Okay, Etta. Good defense there, too. Daescu had a pretty good aggressive play with the Ernie and not quite able to put it away.
5-7-2.
Charlie, you need it on court 5.
Come on.
Point.
Come on.
Christian seems to be overthinking a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would let Etta play a little bit more, try to set up point better so he can just get in there in the middle and just put it away. But
6-7-2.
he seems to have a couple of zeros at the net, so
Really good from Daescu.
Point.
And how much do you think his match from earlier affects his match now? Right? I know he had a tough match against Ben earlier. Is that in his head?
I don't know. You know, game 1 was pretty close, so I don't think maybe you can be a little behind it emotionally at the
7-7-2.
beginning, but I think right now they're both teams are really in it.
Side out.
So another side out, but Rachel and Daescu get 2 and tie it up at 7-7. Let's see if this is the
7-7-1.
side out where Christian and Etta get off of.
They need to get some points going right now.
Yep.
Second serve.
Definitely not what he wants. He loves that forehand in the middle. Tried to be almost too careful, it seems like.
Sometimes that's what's happening, right? You don't want to make an error and then you
7-7-2.
change your stroke a little bit, put less power on it. And that was a great lead by Christian.
Point.
Okay, so they got a point, very important point.
8-7-2.
They still had control at this point, Rachel and Daescu did, so. And one
That's
more
not a great
Side
return.
out.
Great
Those returns are great.
Yeah, Rachel's definitely hitting him very deep, but Christian really needs to give them a chance of winning the point here, right? So a couple missed thirds is not what you want to see. Again, so much easier said than done, okay? These returns are within inches of the baseline.
7-8-1. Second serve.
It's a really good handle from Etta on that big drive from Daescu.
She put it in a tough spot, and
7-8-2.
I think Daescu was surprised as well. Great shot by her.
Wow.
Point.
I saw it and I still don't know what just happened. No one expected Daescu to go for that shot.
It was such a slow attack, but
It was great read by
it was
him.
really good. All right, we're tied at 8. Rachel serving to Etta.
8-8-2. Side
I
out.
knew he was going to do that too, and still not able to get the counter. But again, they're making progress every side out, right? 3 points, 2 points, 1 point.
8-8-1.
Ed and Christian have been moving a little slower. See if they can get a couple here.
Nice. So good, Ray.
Second serve.
Nice job there from Rachel, putting pressure on Etta's transition.
8-8-2.
Let's see if they can score here.
Big serve. Wow.
Point.
That was a great point. Really
That was a
good
great
point.
attack because usually he goes to Deckel's backhand, right? That's
9-8-2.
this time he went to the forehand, so he jammed him quite a bit.
Side
And
out.
then technical warning? Maybe? He was considering it.
Kind of will qualify as passing the ball, I would say. That's one of his better passes. Not the slow
8-9-1.
roll to the side of the court.
So they did get one there. Lucy.
Second serve.
Second server. Deckel serving to Etta 8-9-2.
8-9-2.
Go for a serve here. Slowed it down a little bit.
And they stayed.
Yep. Etta! Beautiful arming.
Etta likes to play on the left side in women's doubles mostly, so she's very
Absolutely.
comfortable on that side. And especially in mix, you know that 90% of the balls are coming your way, so she read that earning so well.
Great finish. Ref states that it was clean, so no points.
9-8-1. Point.
She has not done that yet this game.
No,
Game point.
so it was very surprising. It was great pull by her. She disguised it so well.
She did, and she found a good spot, right outside of Rachel's reach zone.
Free
Not
challenge
quite able to
timeout.
counter.
Receivers.
So
10-8-1.
Rachel
45
and
seconds.
Deckel used their free challenge timeout. We're going to a quick break, and we'll be back shortly.
Hey Pickleball fans, Will Doughton here with the Deep Eddy Vodka Fun Fan Question of the Tournament. This week we're talking momentum and who's got the most of it coming into Atlanta. My answer is Georgia Johnson. She's coming off double gold at PPA North Carolina, and she followed that up with an undefeated showing at MLP Orlando, where she won over 85% of her points for the Dallas Flash. If you want your question answered at the next tournament, keep up with the PPA Instagram for your chance to be featured.
No timeout, no free challenge. No timeout, one free challenge.
Welcome back to the Veolia Atlanta Pickleball Championships. This is Mari Humberg. I have Lucy Koval over here with me. And we're coming back from a free challenge timeout back to the Veolia Atlanta Pickleball Championships. This is Mari Humberg with Lucy Kovalova. And we are in game 3 of this quarterfinal mixed match. Between Christian Alshon and Etta Tuionetoa against Rachel Rohrabacher and Daescu Bar. We are having some power outage issues here at the venue in Peachtree Corners, so apologies for some of the delays in video.
Ref. What is it? Huh?
There's no challenges.
Etta.
There's no way I can overscore this angle.
It was definitely a way out. It was on the line.
There is no video challenge currently available
Where did you see it?
because
No way I can overrule
the
call stands.
So why is
Video.
so many people saying it's in? It was way
review
out?
is down.
Little out?
Let's go, we got play.
So
another one.
Deckel and Rachel
You
are
want it?
asking the
You wanna
refs,
take it
but
like
they
that?
said they are not
Guys, let's play. I'm calling the
not
score.
able to
Let's go.
overturn this
Calling
one.
the score, we're gonna play. I
If
can't
you want
overrule
it, take it. Good job.
We'll
Take
play
it.
Deckel really disagrees with that call from Christian, and
Did you see it clearly or no?
I couldn't see it clearly, but there is no video review, right? So Christian called it way out, Deckel disagreed, so I don't really know if there's anything anyone can do at this point because the refs can overturn.
The way out call is a little aggressive, so I think Don is going to have a little chat with the boys.
When you are saying that, you're telling me that I'm not doing my job. I don't tell you how to play. Don't tell me how to do my job.
There's no tolerance for this type of behavior, Lucy.
We all do. So let's stop that and play, okay?
And the only person that will explain it very clearly is Don Stanley.
This guy.
So it's a side out,
1-0-1.
and it's 1-0-1.
A big come on there. We expected that. It's a great move by Christian. Got the ball way down to Rachel's feet. Gets the second point on the board.
2-0-2. Point.
Missed return there by Rachel. The wind is behind their backs.
Yeah, the wind is picking up a smidge, so I think that ball was carried.
Point.
I think maybe Declan should have called that way out.
I actually saw that out, but I'm. It's a hard angle for, yeah, it's a hard angle for us to see from here. I was corrected immediately by the people next to me when I said I saw it out, so don't trust me. All right, so they do get a side out, but they gave away 3 points there, Lucy, so not the best start to game 3 from Declan and Rachel.
But I think they need to regroup right now and just try to get some points on the board.
0-4-1.
Try to slow it down, get in, instead of just being stuck in no man's land.
Christian and Etta doing a really good job with their pressure right now. I mean, Rachel didn't stand a chance to make it up to the line there.
Yeah, Etta's putting that in a great spot.
0-4-2.
Wow. Pretty athletic there.
Side out.
Great move,
We
great
have
core
challenges
coverage
back.
by Rachel, but then Alshon, great put away.
We are happy to announce that right now the video is fully back, so video reviews are available again. Hopefully, no more outages.
4-0-1.
Unfortunate bounce there. Skidded a lot more than Declan expected.
Yeah, that grandstand court they're playing right on right now, they have many dead spots there around the kitchen, also in no man's land. So if you find that spot and take advantage, like that ball doesn't really bounce or has like a little funny bounce.
Second serve.
All right, so 5-0-2. Christian and Etta looking to push the 6-0 lead to switch ends. And Rachel and Declan
5-0-2.
definitely don't want that.
Side out.
Not many mistakes at all from Etta. So
Yes, that was very important side out because you don't
Yes.
want to switch sides when 6-0.
no, less than ideal to switch sides at 0-6. So
0-5-1.
see if they can string together a couple points here at least. Okay, well that's
Point.
1.
1-5-1. Watch. Yep.
Wow.
Point.
It's a big point there, too.
Great point, great coverage by Christian and Etta.
And Daescu made some really good decisions there, right? He didn't overplay. He went for safe choices, but aggressive at the same time. So that's 2. 2-5-1.
Timeout receivers, 2-5-1.
Oh, and a timeout. Okay, Christian doesn't want any of this. All right, and we're back to play
Again.
here with
2-5-1.
Rachel serving at 2-5-1.
Second serve.
Good timeout, Lucy. Missed serve from Rachel.
2-5-2. Point.
It's a good play there from Etta.
She set it up very nicely. But next time,
Overswung there.
next time she's gonna get that for sure.
Wind
A
gusts.
recall.
Look at the movement on that
3-5-2.
billboard back there.
Daescu's taking his time so he can see what the wind is gonna do with his serve.
Right. Yep, and he definitely slowed that serve down. Looks like Daescu and Christian were drilling there for a quick second.
I think it's also really hard to drop. You know, when it's really picking up, so I think drive, it's a safer
5-3-1.
shot until you have easier shot to drop.
Agreed. Ooh, Etta was on it.
Second serve.
Either way, this last side out was a super important one for Rachel and Daescu because they got 3 points. They were down 5-0. Could have gone down 6-0.
5-3-2.
Didn't. And now we're down 5-3.
Point, switch ends.
Speed up a little bit higher to Daescu's body there. Not quite able to counter it.
But I think it was all set up in his drive, right? He caught Rachel switching sides, you know, went at her feet, so the last shot was like,
Definitely. Now, Christian to do what he's been doing right now on
Time
his
in.
thirds, which is being really
6-3-2.
aggressive and being able to poke off the next ball. So I would really focus on the start of these points, Lucy.
No. Yeah, come on.
There they did pretty good, keeping him back. Etta went for a good shot there, but she
3-6-1.
is with the wind now, so those are going to sail out a little bit more.
Second serve. 3-6-2.
Sorry.
Side out.
Pretty good setup there from Christian. Easy put away on the overhead. So another side out with no points for Rachel and Daescu. Etta and Christian looking to keep adding to their lead here.
6-3-1.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Second serve.
Really nice job getting that fourth shot down from Rachel.
and I think it was also returned to Christian's backhand, right? Usually we see return
Right.
in middle,
6-3-2.
so Christian takes it as the forehand. So if they find his backhand on a drive, Rachel
Point.
tried to do that, but it's just really hard to return cross court when you are switching.
And
I'm
she was
surprised.
caught on the switch.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't stay.
7-3-2.
Agreed. It's unlucky.
They seem like they're in really control,
Timeout
especially
receivers,
with the
8-3-2.
wind behind them, so their shots are even more powerful.
Absolutely. So
A recall. 8-3-2. Point.
I mean, getting dead dings to Christian while he's feeling it, I don't think that's a good strategy.
I think they were just trying to fight it off, right? It's not
I
even that
know,
they meant
I know.
to do it.
Easier said than done.
9-3-2.
So easy to see from here. Great job from Rachel there, going behind Christian.
I don't think she has done it the whole game. Right, she's better at him after bounce, but I don't think she went once
Out
at
of the
him
air.
in the air.
3-on-1.
That was a good one. Great play there from both
Point.
Rachel and Daescu. They definitely still want it. I mean, don't get me wrong, they haven't given up on this match. It's just a pretty big deficit, so they need to get a few here to...
They need to put some points together
Absolutely.
very quickly.
That's one.
4-on-1.
Got away with the drop
Point.
volley.
It wasn't a perfect play, but it worked out.
That's all that matters, really.
Free challenge
And as
timeout.
expected, we
Receivers
have free
5-on-1,
challenge
45
timeout
seconds.
called by Christian.
It's important here. They are going to call a switch with Christian returning.
Time in.
So they
5-9-1.
can keep piecing together some points here.
Second serve.
He got there, but couldn't quite make the shot.
But they kept them deep,
Server.
right?
Absolutely.
Every single volley, every single, like, all of those returns, like, if you just keep them deep, trying to make them hit that tough third. That's all it takes at the
5-9-2.
moment. They have to play a little conservatively because they have a lead.
Great return from him. Good hands from Christian.
Point.
That was a great play.
Good move from Daescu. I would like to see him go at
Shut
Etta
out.
there if possible. Just because Christian was right in front of him, just stuck that volley right behind him. So a really good timeout by
5.
Christian and Etta. They're serving now at 9-5-1.
9-5-1.
Wow,
Second serve.
That's power, Lucy.
that was a great shot. Okay, they're gonna switch now on Etta's serve.
Okay.
9-5-2.
Good serve.
Wow,
Point.
Great shot by
that
Etta.
was a great
Match
combo.
point.
Great drive by Christian and then Etta with finishing power.
Match point number 1.
10-5-2.
What a great
Flat
get there
out.
by Etta midpoint. Not quite able to get it done, so they can keep chipping away a little bit, put some scoreboard pressure.
Five, 10-1.
Look at this gust.
Second serve. Five, 10-2.
Just
Side out.
wide.
Match point.
I think the ATP was there, but she didn't quite get around it. No points.
10-5-1.
Match point number 2. Oh, off
Point
the
game
tape
match.
to end it.
Great match by both teams.
Great match by both teams. Big hug between Etta and Christian after the match. Congrats